Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Hy-Vee Today Show. This is Tony Tone. It is Wednesday, December 4th. It's so good to be with you. Did you know that today, ladies and gentlemen, is National Cookie Day? These are my favorite cookies in the whole store. They are iced sugar cut out, whatever. They're cut out cookies. They got shapes. It looks like a bell, maybe a snowman and a tree. It doesn't matter because they're delicious, and they make these in the bakery. They're absolutely fantastic. So if whatever type of cookie you prefer, I hope you'll celebrate today. Just don't forget the milk. These are thumbprint cookies. I don't know if I feel like I've had these. It's just been a while. So from thumbprint cookies to sugar cookies and regular cookies, it's National Cookie Day, December 4th. You know, here at this show, we take all these holidays very seriously. And next year, we'll petition the governor to give everybody today off, as we should, right? Steve, you would agree. National Cookie Day should be a state holiday in Iowa. So I'm also trying something new from Starbucks, which is different for me. This is the Irish cold brew, maybe. It's just Bailey's and ice. That's a joke. It's not booze. It's coffee. Thank you. It's good. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's like an Irish coffee thing. So I would say if you put Jameson or Bailey's in here, do it responsibly. But otherwise, just pick one of these up at Starbucks. I think it's Irish cream. I'm not trying to undersell it. You know what, Chad? I took a picture of this thing. Let me airdrop this to you quickly so I don't get it wrong. It's Irish cream cold brew. See, there's all these things with these Starbucks drinks. They all got the names and what have you. So I don't want anybody to think that I don't know what I'm drinking. It's brand new. It's at Starbucks. Probably available for a limited time. Check it out. And they've also got a thing going on at Starbucks where if you spend $20, you get $5 off. So don't miss that. Did that airdrop show up? No? Perfect. All right, let's try this again. Gotta love technology, right? Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So check this out. Go to Starbucks, grab it for yourself. It's right there on the screen. Irish cream cold brew, a new holiday classic. It's made with snowman tears, so check that out. We've also got some brand new hot deals starting today that you can see on the front page of the Hy-Vee ad, which you'll find inside the Discover Muscatine newspaper. Savings throughout the store. The hot deals are going to stick around for a while, it seems like. So you've got Driscoll raspberries or blackberries for $1.88. Some bacon. Which bacon is it? It's the farmland bacon, of course. And the Lots of Matza pizza. Those are pretty good frozen pizzas. If you haven't tried them yet, you should check it out. And then what do we got? $3.88 a pound on the Hy-Vee Angus Reserve. So those are on the front page of the ad, and we hope that you'll take advantage of it. Today is the day that we've got Scotch 101 class tonight. So if you're looking for something to do, I think they've still got a couple tickets left, $20. You got to be 21 years of age. You can sample some Glenmorangie Scotch in the club room. Now, I know you're thinking a $20 ticket to sample Scotch, but as we told you last week, if you had a 1-ounce sample of all of the different Scotches that you'll sample tonight, it would cost you $100 to buy that. So for a $20 ticket, you're going to have some great samples, you're going to learn a lot, and you'll have yourself a good time with Scotch 101. Last thing I'll mention before we get to our first guest, the 2 Weeks of Love, 19th annual 2 Weeks of Love campaign supporting the Salvation Army continues with Toy Time this week. It's day 3. The Hawkeye Hauler truck is parked in the Krieger's lot right on the corner of 38 and Highway 61. Looking for new unwrapped toys to put in there for the Salvation Army. There's over 1,000 folks signed up to receive Christmas assistance, and you can come to a place like Hy-Vee. You can go to Farm and Fleet, buy a toy, bring it to the truck, and the goal is to fill that truck up and then deliver it on this Saturday. So, by the way, could use some volunteers. Saturday, 9 a.m. at Calvary Church. Empty the truck, and then the truck will go ahead and come across the street here to Hy-Vee for Freezing for Food, which will be starting next Monday. And it seems like the weather is going to be cold next week. So last year, you know, we had a little bit of snow and ice for the Freezing for Food, and then it kind of warmed up a little bit towards the end of the week. It seems like it's going to be cold next week, which is A-okay. Hello to Colleen, who's watching on Facebook, and everybody else that's out there. All right, so for the first time in the history of this show, which is coming up on 2 years, we're going to talk about bowling, which I think is great. So we're talking to 2 Muscatine High School seniors And that's Emily Payne and Carter Riley. And then to my right is Brandon Gasway in the house. So thank you guys for being here. Senior, holy moly, Brandon.
Veteran of bowling.
Yes, I was going to say, you bowled for a long time, right?
Yeah, this is my 40th year.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I feel like growing up, my experience, we bowled a lot. My parents were divorced when I was 3. So with my dad, we went bowling or we went to see R-rated movies. So I've seen every single, and it's no offense to my dad, I mean, it's the truth. I've seen like every single R-rated movie from like 89 to 99, we'll say. And then I spent a lot of time bowling. So I wonder, for you, Emily, how long have you been bowling? Because you're a senior in high school, you're on the bowling team. It's a big deal. When did you start?
I started when I was 5.5.
Wow.
And I started bowling because of my family. My family comes from a long line of bowling. Like my dad, he has 33 300s. My mom has a 300. I have one. My sister has one.
Did you say your dad has 33 perfect games? So you're 33 times your dad has rolled a 300?
Yes.
You just kind of breeze past there. Like, my dad has 33 300 games.
Bowling, just like, everyone
Yeah.
like thinks 300s are just like, oh, like, you can get those easily.
No,
like,
nobody thinks that.
well,
I don't think
know,
that.
Like, some people
Yeah.
that bowl, like,
Yeah.
I know that, but
Okay.
but it's not easy as like people like sometimes think it is. Like people
No.
people that don't bowl
Yeah.
think, oh, 12 strikes in a row, easy. But
No, I think that I don't even think I've rolled a 200. Maybe once or twice. Brandon, how many 300 games for you?
19.
Okay, all right. You listen. All right. Anyway, Carter, how many for you?
None so far.
None so far. All right, hey.
I've gotten kind of close, but not anywhere.
That's
Not
awesome.
anywhere nearly as
But
good as a 300 yet.
you know, 33 for your dad, Emily. Whatever. So your family has loved bowling for a long time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. Cool. So, and then for you, was it a thing that you liked growing up and then stuck with it, or you're probably at the bowling alley a lot, so you might as well start to do it?
Yeah.
But you obviously were interested enough to pursue it through high school, and now having been on the team all 4 years, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
It just kind of stuck with me because like it was just like a thing to like go do.
Sure.
And just like if you needed help, like one of the people down there is Mike Berlin, and he has helped me since 6th grade.
Wow.
Like done so good. But it's just a fun thing to do, and like the teammates, they're so fun to be around.
Sure.
Like just practice is just laughs and giggles all day, like the whole time. The meets are crazy. Me being the person that I am,
Yeah.
I'm the loudest on the team.
Sure.
People don't like that, but I don't really care.
I feel like,
so.
but bowling has seemed to had like, I don't want to say it's had an evolution because it's been around for a long time, but with respects to, you know, like high school bowling and the competitive nature, yeah, of course, like people chattering. I don't know if you talk smack when you're bowling. Is that something?
I don't.
Oh wait, what frame were you?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
There's a lot of teams that have special things when you get strikes, and there's
Okay.
some things that they try to throw the opponent's game off by keep saying the same thing over and over again, trying to get underneath the other team's skins.
So what is it that Muscatine bowling does when we get a strike? Is it
I
like
just yell.
you just yell? Okay.
Yeah, so like,
Just like
I'm the only one that cheers on the team.
Okay.
Only one. I'm the one. Like I don't want to like give myself like a pat on the back, but
Yeah. No, go ahead. It's fine. You're here.
When like our team last year, we would always cheer. We'd be loud,
Sure.
and we even cheer for the boys. Like when we get finished, if we finish before them, we sit with them, or sometimes we sit behind them and just
Sure.
cheer for them. And this year, I'm pretty much the only one yelling, besides the boys.
Yeah.
And
Carter, you're obviously probably yelling as well,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, we don't have like a special type of thing so far, but what
Yeah.
we did come up with, or I kind of came up with, but just like every time you get a strike, just as loud as you can, just yes. Like
Yes.
yeah, just synchronize, just yes. And
That's
then that's
great.
It. So
Yeah,
it's-
I mean, you might as well, because in every other sport, there's chattering going on, there's celebrations. I wonder, is there something that would ever cross the line? I mean, I don't know. So when you go to take on another team, and this is going to sound like a really dumb question because I don't know, is it, I don't want to say is there a ref, because I don't think there's a ref, but is it judged, or how is it sanctioned? Is that the better word? How is it sanctioned? Who's keeping an eye in case somebody like Emily yells a little too loud? They got to go, all right, hold on, ma'am. You went a little overboard.
There is no ref, but there are regulations on what you're allowed to do. What team was that last year that kept doing the gunshot sound?
It wasn't. It was like 2 years ago, but it was Davenport North.
Yeah.
And every time they would get a strike, they say something like, "What was it?"
It was
Boom,
chick,
check,
boom,
check,
boom,
reload.
something like
Yeah.
that. Like a
But
shotgun.
But then they had to
reloading.
stop doing it because of the sound, like what the saying of it.
That's not cool at all.
Yeah.
So you do have to be mindful a little bit, because
Yes.
you don't want to hurt the team ultimately, especially when you're in competition. All right, Carter, for you, how long have you been bowling? And then, I mean, obviously you're a senior. You've been bowling for a while at the high school level, but what got you started?
I probably started around the same age Emily did, you know, like 4 or 5, you know,
Sure.
young age. And really my grandpa he's a really good, well, he used to bowl. He doesn't bowl as much anymore. Both my grandparents, they bowled, and they kind of got me started into it.
Yeah.
And ever since then, my grandpa's been helping me. And it's not only been my grandpa, but he's been a big help. It's him, my mom, just, you know, my whole family pretty much. They've just been helping me. And
It's exciting. I mean, to be able to play it at this level, because the thing that I hope people understand, and I'm not speaking out of turn, is, you know, just like other sports or activities, now you could progress and bowl in college, and I'm sure that there's some places that have scholarships for bowling, just like because the thing is always it's football, it's basketball, it's baseball.
Yeah.
But for me as a parent, like, I want my kids, anything they can do to help pay for their, you know, secondary education, I'm all in favor of. Like, whatever it is, if it's acting but bowling is another one of those options as a sport that can open doors. So are either of you pursuing bowling after high school, or have you thought about that yet?
I've thought about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I know I've actually gotten in contact with a school, or they got in contact with me.
Sure.
And I know that I think that their coach has me on like the scouting list. So
That's awesome.
I applied to there, to see, and that's the only one I've applied to so far.
Sure.
But even just that one school, it's kind of it's exciting to know that I can continue to do this thing that I've done for 4 years in high school.
Yeah.
Into a higher education, like in my college years.
It's great. What about for you, Emily?
I don't know yet. I was thinking of just maybe going to school because for like ultrasounds and like the technicians for that. But I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I'll do bowling in like college.
Sure.
I love the sport, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. Like I wanna do it, but at the same time, like college level bowling is way harder than high school. Like there's different lane patterns, different, like you go all over the place, and like it's just
a lot to manage, just like being in high school is. And again, whether people understand that or not, I mean, you have to manage all the homework and class, and you're just and then to be involved. And that's one of the things on my list is how often do you practice? Because again, I don't know. So, and for people that are watching, I hope that they can appreciate the balance that you have to have between life and school and bowling. So how often are y'all practicing?
So regular like team scheduled practices are every Tuesday and Thursdays.
Okay.
And then just kind of like if we want to practice on like not like scheduled team practices, we just whatever day works for most of us or majority of us, we'll like, I know the boys team will go down sometimes and just bowl, not like a team regulated practice or anything, but every Tuesdays and Thursdays after school.
And then when are you taking on, what do you call it? Is it a game?
It's a meet.
A
It's
meet.
called a meet.
Okay, thank you. Brandon, it's called a meet. I know that now.
Yeah, it's a meet, Tony. Come on.
I want to get this wrong because
Make sure you get it right. It's M-E-E-T, not M-E-A-T.
You know me and my spelling. So I feel like, do you have a meet Saturday?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Now, is it a thing where, and maybe this is right, is this correct on the screen here? Let's see. What do we have? We've got bowling on there, right?
Yes, we're in Clinton.
Clinton, okay, perfect. So, all right, so both teams will be in Clinton in
Varsity
action.
and JV.
So, and did we just start? When did the season start? And I guess how's the girls team doing? And
Monday?
how's
It started last Monday.
First meet was last Monday.
last Monday.
Okay, and how did the first meet go?
Well, the girls tied,
Okay.
We would have beat them by 1 pin.
Wow.
If his daughter Phoenix
Sure.
bowled 172, I think it was. Yeah.
So that's how it can be that close. 1 pin difference.
Yeah.
That's wild to think about. So how'd the boys team do last week?
We won, I believe it was by 300 pins.
Okay.
I think. I want to say.
Oh, only 300. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I know it sounds like a lot, but like in retrospect, like sometimes it's not. Like
Sure.
Because I mean, you can have 300 pins, and then like when you go into, like after you bowl the 2 regular games, you go into what these things are called Baker games, which is it's 1 game setup, but everybody bowls 1 frame. And so you do 5 of those, which in those you really want to get strikes. Otherwise, it's like the 300 pins you had going into that. By the end it could be like you could have lost.
The Baker. So literally the Baker is out of the entire game. Somebody rolls.
Yeah.
So like
each
one
frame is somebody different.
The second frame, So and then.
But you bowl 2 frames in the Baker.
Yeah.
So like if I was first, I'd bowl first and fifth. First and sixth. First and sixth. So then it repeats after you bowl, and then whoever bowls in the 10th frame has to. You want them to get 3 strikes,
of course.
basically.
I didn't realize that. But before I came downstairs this morning, I was on one of the IHSA websites, I feel like, and I saw that they had things broken out by like Baker scores, and Muscatine had some records from 2014. It looked like there's a Baker right there with the Baker system. But so is that at every meet?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's
even
wild.
in tournaments and everything.
Okay. So and then that's something else, obviously. And if folks at home understand this, that's fine. But maybe if they don't, I mean, the ultimate goal is to make it to state,
Yes.
right, and then progress from there. So when would state happen? You just started last Monday, so
I think it's in February.
Yeah, it's February.
Sub-states in February, which means the state meet would be following week after sub-state would
Yes.
So your season is beginning, I guess end of November, potentially through
Yes.
mid-February. That's a healthy season. I don't know if people understand that's a lot of bowling. How many meets in total will there be during the quote-unquote regular season or whatever? Is it?
I think they're close to 13, 14.
Yeah.
About 13 or 14. And that doesn't include the sub-state or state if they progress.
Okay.
There are some times where, like this weekend, we had the one in Clinton.
Sure.
And then following Monday, we actually have one down here at the Rose Bowl against Pleasant Valley.
Okay, so that is a quick turnaround. And then, so is it for some of the other athletics, the MAC conference was disbanded. Does the MAC still exist for bowling? So the MAC conference with like North Scott and those.
Yes.
Which I guess, do we know all the teams that are in? Is it just the teams that were in the old MAC?
It's like North Scott,
Okay.
Davenport North, Davenport Central, Davenport West, PV.
Clinton.
Burlington's not in it anymore.
Right. Okay.
Clinton is. Is there another one?
I don't know any of them.
Yeah, I just know them because of like.
No,
the
that makes
coaches.
sense. It's just that with all the districting and stuff with other
Yeah.
sports, it's been kind of weird. So Saturday in Clinton, Monday back home, Rose Bowl, hosting PV. And this is a thing for people that like bowling that they can come and watch, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we encourage that. And I know that you're doing some fundraising, which is awesome. And just like every other activity, athletic, there's a lot of things that you want to help offset cost-wise, like uniforms. Brandon told me, I didn't even know this, you have to bowl in like dress pants? What?
Yeah.
Why?
It's more of a professional look.
Okay.
It's so everybody's kind of a universal look. Now everybody's wearing this, some wearing jeans, some wearing yoga pants for the girls, or capris. It kind of makes it all universal.
What about jean shorts? Don't you think jean shorts would be a better look going forward? Everybody's bowls in a Canadian tuxedo. It's a jean shirt. And no, bad idea. But dress pants are kind of jorts. Yes, thank you, Emily. For the younger generation, the jorts, if you'll have it, homemade ones. But like dress pants and bowling, you're probably used to it by now, so it's not even something to talk about. But I don't know. Did it take a while to get used to?
I mean, if you bowl in like the Greater Iowas, which are like scholarship tournaments, you have to wear like a polo, like a dress shirt and dress pants.
Sure.
So I'm used to it because I've bowled in them for like since 8th grade to 7th grade year.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So like and then you get money for it, but you have a step ladder. Like
Okay.
you have to keep bowling. You want to get over 200
Sure.
every game. So
Okay.
then you get more points, and then you make step ladder, and then you bowl against the other bowlers that make step ladder, and
Awesome.
you want to like get first or like because it's first through what 7th
I
or
think so.
5th.
I want to say something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
With respects to, like, do you have, either of you have a specific type of bowling ball that you use? Is it the weight? Does it,
I
do you
have
have to
6.
use? You have 6.
Yes.
I only have 3.
Right. Well, sorry, Carter. You only have 3. You have. Do you use all 6 bowling balls or what?
Most of the time, but I have these 2 main ones that I
Okay.
use, which are like the No Rules, and like there's another No Rules, but I can't think of the specific name
The
of
brand
it.
is called No Rules.
Yes.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
The no rules exist.
Yeah, I have 2 of those, and then
And how much is a? I have no idea.
they're like $200,
Holy
$300.
smokes.
But you can also get a deal for them too.
Okay.
Because Mike does deals for the bowlers.
Mike
so,
Berlin, yeah.
Yes.
And that's amazing to have, by the way, the Rose Bowl in Muscatine. For sure, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that, how awesome that facility is. And before that, when it was Playmore, I mean, they've been an institution, right?
They've been here. Well, they've been here since I started bowling, and way before I started bowling, because my mom bowled there. And, yeah.
But it's just nice to have that resource so that when you're, regardless of where you find yourself, if you need good equipment, it's here. You have 6 bowling balls though.
Yeah.
So then, but all, so
They each
Saturday
do
you're gonna
something
bring.
different. Yeah.
They each do something different.
Yes.
All right, Carter, you have 3. Do you have? Is there a strike? I don't know. Explain this to me.
So I have 3.
There's a no rules ball on the screen.
I have
right?
3.
You have 3. Okay.
But I usually only use 2 of them
'Kay.
because one of them is my strike ball
'Kay.
and the other one is my spare ball. And
Okay.
So my strike ball is like, so you know how they oil the lanes, and
Mm-hmm.
my strike ball will hook more,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll hook better than if I just threw like a regular
Sure.
like my spare ball or like a house ball, the ones that they have at the bowling alley.
Sure.
If I threw that, it would just go straight down like the lane, just in a straight line. But this one, if I throw it at my mark and I throw it correctly, I should get a strike
Yeah.
a majority of the time, or at least get enough to where I can only I have to throw it at one pin, like.
And there's Carter's ball on the screen that he's Big Earn.
Oh, yeah,
He's got
yeah.
the Big Earn ball
Yeah,
from Kingpin. So
There's actually I know someone who has that ball.
you do?
Yeah, I don't
Is
know
it
him
Brandon? Do you have that ball?
No, I do not have that ball.
on,
Nope.
man.
I feel like Brandon would have that ball.
Oh,
Yeah, for
I
real.
actually have one that had a skull inside of it.
of course you did. Oh my God! Look at Big Earn. We're talking about $200 for a bowling ball, plus whatever the uniform cost is, plus the bowling shoes. Right? Like have
Yeah.
bowling shoes gotten cooler? I mean, are there like Nike bowling shoes?
I'm sure
I
there
mean,
is.
There are a lot of different variations from between the Dexters, the 3Gs, Brunswick. They all have their own brands. The newest style anymore, they have interchangeable soles on the bottom, so you can take your bottoms off and go to a stickier one to where you don't slide as much, or put one on that you can actually slide a lot further.
And that's allowed?
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
change the shoe?
Yep. That's
What?
actually
That's one of the changeable ones.
Yeah, if you look at the soles of the pictures, you can actually take the part where it says the D
Right.
off there and put a different piece on there on both sides. The heels can change on if you're left-handed compared to right-handed. Your shoes are set up differently
Yeah.
because it all depends on how you slide. So you change it to where you're able to slide on the approach a lot easier, or if you slide in too much, change it to one that you don't slide as much.
And I don't want to assume, but just from the looks of it, it seems like those are no cheaper than $100 probably, right?
Yeah, mine were at least 150.
So this is an expensive sport to be a part of, and
Yes.
I just hope people understand that, because maybe they don't. Maybe they just go to the bowling alley and you get the shoes that have been sprayed since '87 and you put them on and you grab
Those shoes are newer now. They're since last year.
I'm not trying to understate the classic bowling shoe. I'm just saying, for the casual bowler, I don't have bowling shoes. I don't have a bowling ball. My dad had the ball. He had the bag. He had the shoes. He had the towel.
The one ball
He had it all.
bag.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. My dad only had the one ball bag. Emily shows up with I don't even know. Do you have a bag?
A 3-ball bag and a 2-ball bag. So
Okay.
I only take 5 balls with me.
How dare you?
I know, right?
That's a
I
heavy
leave
thing to carry, right? Because what's the
Yeah.
average weight? 16? I don't know.
I
What's your?
have all of my
Yeah.
bowling balls are either 14 or 15 pounds.
Okay.
Like I can't go higher, or I'll like
Sure.
drop the ball and go into the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
And no one wants that. So.
Right.
But yeah, Mostly, I don't usually get bowling balls like every like 2 weeks.
Sure.
So like it's just like it's like a once a year type of thing.
Okay.
Like so, if I get a new ball, like I only get it like a year. See, like
Yeah,
I
'cause
just got my new one like a year ago.
And you probably have to, you want it to break it in, right?
Yes.
And whether it's the grip or whatever, it's all relative, I'm assuming. You want to make sure that it fits properly and that because you, at a competitive level. I mean, it makes total sense to me to hear that because, again, I bowled with my dad and he took it super seriously and would try to give me technique tips. And I'm if I'm being honest, and there's the dude, that's my dad actually. He's got great sweaters and he loves White Russians. So
I love that sweater.
yeah, it's a great sweater, right? You know that you've seen the Big Lebowski probably, right? The bowling or Kingpin. Okay,
I've seen
Carter's
Kingpin,
There you go.
but
That's
I haven't
good.
seen
We'll
the
allow
other
that.
one.
I can't tell you to see Big Lebowski because it's kind of a weird movie, but it's good. It deals with bowling. What would surprise people most about bowling at a competitive level in high school? Like, what do you think that folks at home, either if they wouldn't know or they would be surprised to hear? And we've covered some of it, but it was one of the things that I had written down because we haven't had anybody on the show to talk about it before. It's fascinating to me. But what do you think would surprise people?
How hard it is.
How hard it is, okay.
Yeah, because our lanes are way different than Clinton's, North Scott's, and all them. So, like, Clinton this weekend, like, their lanes are good, but, like, sometimes it's really hard to bowl on them.
Okay.
And, sorry.
You're okay.
And then, but, like, there's other lanes that are, like, really, really good.
Sure.
And then, but, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
When you
though.
talk about, and Brandon, like, hearing about the lane, is it just how they're maintained or how they're positioned? I don't understand that. I've been to a lot of bowling alleys, so I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference probably, but it's something obviously that you have to prepare yourself for when it's totally different from what you're used to.
When it comes to lanes, it's basically a lot of it has to do with age of the lanes, how the oil pattern is set down, because each house can use different oil.
Okay.
Maybe the same pattern but different oil, which makes the balls react different. If they're newer lanes, it all depends on if they're used more than other sides.
Sure.
Because down at the Rose Bowl, we have one set of lanes down towards the end that gets used more than the other side, so they react better. People love bowling on those because they get higher scores. You go down towards the far end, down by the kitchen, like 37 through 48, they don't get used as often except for open bowling, so their ball reacts different down there. So it all, like I said, it all depends on how the lanes are, how much oil is put on there, what oil they're using. Yeah. So it makes a big difference. You got to figure it out within your practice balls how to get where you need to throw your ball and get a good shot.
And Carter, when you go to Clinton on Saturday, how many practice balls do you get before the meet officially starts?
Get 2 on each lane. So,
that's it.
Yeah.
2 throws.
Yeah. So
holy cow.
What I usually do is I'll throw one.
Yeah.
And if I don't get like a strike or whatever, I'll just go to the next lane, and then I'll wait until my turn, and then I'll do the same thing. So usually I'm the last one that takes my practice shots. Sure. But I feel like with that, since I'm not like holding up anybody or like waiting on anybody, I can like have a little more time to figure out where I'm supposed to throw, or where I'm supposed to look at my marks and whatnot. So, but yeah, you only get 2 throws on each lane. Yeah. So you can use them both up on each lane right away, or you can go back and forth.
Any superstitions for either of you? Anything you do before?
I
know that's a weird question, but why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, like
there's superstitions
I'm
in
a senior
sports.
and I still get nervous. At meets, like I'm still like, so I just kind of. I kind of talk, like not talk to myself, I'm like crazy, like,
I understand. I'm talking to myself right now as I'm listening to you guys, thinking of what to ask you after this question, and now I'm having doubts on the question I just asked. So you're not the only one that talks to themselves.
But yeah, I kind of like, just like mentally talk to myself, and I'll just kind of, I'll sit and just kind of go through everything. It's like just another meet, nothing crazy. Sure. Just one step at a time. So I like to do that just because I still get nervous.
You don't have to like throw a towel up in the air or like
not anything crazy where you got not some like super ritual.
I have a ritual I do every time I throw. Every time I throw the ball, I do.
Go ahead. Explain the ritual.
I have a chamois that I clean my ball with every time. That I do not do. I do sniff my ball now because it smells like orange ambrosia. It's my new one. But I clean my ball off, then I'll stand at the end of the approach.
Yeah.
I'll turn my thumb 3 times, stop, do it again, stop. Then I'll pop my thumb out, step down, draw my foot back to exactly my spot, and I'm ready to go.
Hey, and you know what? 19 300 games, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but things have got changed over the years, so I've had to adjust a lot. You know,
It used to be 2 thumb pops, now it's 3.
no, I had to adjust because I had gastric bypass and a whole bunch of different surgeries. So I've had to adjust all my stuff.
See, but it makes total sense to me to have a routine like that. Emily just gets up there and has a visceral yell, like, ah! Like something like that, right? That's what you do. And then the other team's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with her? And then she's got all these balls and they're intimidated. And then you just dominate, you throw 2 balls at once, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. But I mean that, but is there anything that you do each time?
I mean, honestly, what I do is, like, I just, like Carter says, I still get nervous, but, like, I just know in the back of my head, like, Emily, like, you can do this, like, you got it.
Sure.
And then we have our huddle, like a huddle for before the meet.
Makes sense.
We even do it with the boys sometimes.
Yeah.
And and I try to hype our team up as much as I can.
I could see you being a hype person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Trying to get everybody lit, if the young people will have it. Litty, is that a thing? On the TikTok and the flip flop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
Oh god.
You're dating yourself. You're dating yourself.
No, I'm cool. I know what TikTok is. Anyways, continue.
But
I'm not that cool.
We just do what we can do, and
Sure.
like me being the person that I am, we sit on the back towards the what is it called? The counter?
Yeah, kind of like
we
the
sit on the
weightlifting
counter
stuff.
basically, like
Sure.
not on it, but like the chairs are next to it. And I tell the team, like, I'm just like, you guys can do it, like, just don't get in your head, like, don't get nervous.
Yeah.
Like, just do your best, like, because last year we had an amazing team. We've had an amazing team for the past 3 years, I think it was.
Sure.
And this year we have some very new bowlers that
Sure.
have just started. And they're getting there,
Yeah.
and they just need to keep practicing and doing what they're doing.
Sure.
But
Well, and it's nice to have senior leadership that's
Yeah.
been there that can say, I've experienced everything you're going through,
Yeah.
and now it's time to step up. I mean, that's what you're there for. Again, it's
Uh-huh.
the goal is to make it to state, and that's a group effort, right? I mean, you have to. Everybody needs to contribute along the way. Is there anything else that we need to mention? Going to Clinton this Saturday. Back at what time is the meet on Monday in Muscatine?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Now, both at the same time or at 5 or what?
No, the one in Clinton is
Forget the Clinton one. Monday. If I'm coming down on Monday.
5 o'clock. Monday night at the Rose Bowl. It's $5 admission to get in.
Okay.
It helps support it helps support the bowling team and everything. Come down. It's a good time. The more people we get down there, better off we are.
Hey, listen, my kids are 7 and 5. They love going to the Rose Bowl. I think my 5-year-old likes the Rose Bowl pizza more than bowling, but they enjoy it. And for me, again, I'm a product of someone that spent a lot of time in bowling alleys. I can't even tell you how many times with my dad. And I don't bowl per se. I kind of got burnt out because we did it so much. I love R-rated movies still, but I got burnt out on bowling because we did it so much. But I think it's great that, that we have bowling at this level and that you've had success and that it seems like the program is healthy. That'd probably be a fair thing to say. And that it can open doors for after high school. I mean, that's great. That's all we want for everybody is to have opportunities. And I'm just glad that we were able to talk about this because I feel like, not to say that bowling doesn't get enough attention, but, if you compare to other sports, why not? It should, right? You're still practicing, you're working, you're balancing school and life and everything else. It should be celebrated, in my opinion. So I'm glad that you all came on to talk about this. I really appreciate it. And then I hope for people that are watching, if you want to come out on Monday, they're going to Clinton, going to win by 600 pins. Emily said it. Carter agrees. And then coming back home to take on PV. And it'll just be nice to follow the team and hope for the best with regards to state in February. Sub-state and then state. Did I get that right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Just trying to not sound like a total noob. You say noob? Is that a thing you guys say?
I don't say it
My little brother says that.
Is there a new popular word that we don't know? I'm 36. Lit seems like it's run its course. Nobody's dabbing anymore. What's next? What are you seeing at the high school? What's the next trend? Is there anything?
There's probably a lot.
Yeah.
Some that are a little weirder than others.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, but there's no next buzzword. There's no new buzzword out there that I could know to be cool or that I am.
I mean, there's capping.
There's what?
Capping. You know what capping means?
Cap, like you're lying.
Yeah.
Or like no cap, that means like I'm not lying.
Cap means lying?
Yeah,
Like-
oh, you're capping, like you're
Yeah.
lying. Like
What
you're-
is the mint thing? Can you explain
I
that
don't
to
even
me?
know what that is.
Okay.
I don't know what.
It's a TikTok thing.
I think
Why am I on TikTok? I'm too old. I'm too old.
It just looks like God.
Right. I don't even know. It's like this thing. Yeah, but capping means lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That's.
All right. I feel like I've learned something about the kids lying. You hear a lot of this, don't you, with these people? Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's okay.
Oh, he hears a lot more.
Yeah,
practice.
yeah, we hear a lot
A
more.
lot
I mean,
more.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
hey, it's okay. I mean, I've loved it. I've had my oldest son go through the program. My stepson went through it all 4 years. I have 2 daughters in it right now.
That's great.
I've been friends with Emily and mom for a long time, and I've watched these kids grow up.
It's awesome.
And to be part of it is, for me, when I started helping with the boosters, it helped me feel like, hey, I'm helping these kids do more than what I thought I could.
Well, again, my thing is, like, it should be equal time for everybody. I mean, just as much as we talk about all these other sports, like, let's shine the light where it doesn't get shown that often. And I'm not capping. I'm telling the truth. I try not to cap.
There you go. Use it.
I try not
use
to
it
cap.
right.
Thank you. Well,
Use it right.
I did have a year and a half of an English major under my belt, so I try not to be capping on the show. Try to be all of the lit, if you'll allow it. So thank you all for being here. Have a swag-filled day.
Oh my God.
If you'll have it. And no gutter balls, right? Gutter balls
Hopefully
are bad.
not.
I think gutter balls are funny, but I mean, at your level, gutter balls probably like
They're
the
not
worst
good.
thing that could happen, right? I can't even
Especially
imagine.
attendance. You don't want
It's
that.
embarrassing when it's on the first ball because I know
Oh,
there's some lanes where you have to play so far outside because it's so it's so just oil.
It's so
like just so
oily.
wet in the middle,
Ugh.
like right, like so like you have to play really outside and I know I can count on a few times where I went to throw it and it just goes.
Oh.
Yeah, me
so
too.
And you're doing all that you can to
Especially
adjust
during
to
a meet, it's so embarrassing.
because you got a bunch of people watching you in the back,
Right.
and then you're just like, well, now I got to turn around and walk back, and there's still
You can't
all the,
just walk backwards back.
and there's still
Yeah.
every pin up on the lane, so it's
I can't even imagine. Well, thank you for being here. You have to go to school, I guess. So, yeah, take the long way if you want to. Brandon, thank you. Emily, thank you. Good to see you. Carter, good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
Small, weird connection. Carter's mom watched my oldest son a long time ago. So I was looking at my notes, and I'm like, Riley, I wonder if that's... Yeah, of course. It's great. What is Kathy saying? Kathy on Facebook says... Muscatine and L&M High School bowling program is a great success. We're so proud of all our bowlers. Yeah, right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to have more conversations like this. Let's talk about bowling. It's great. You know, my kids like it. The Rose Bowl is a great spot to take them, and they have fun. And like I said, they like the pizza. And now I feel like I want to bring them down on Monday to support the team. I can't think of a better way to spend the time. So thank you again. I appreciate it. Good luck. Smoke them in Clinton. I don't know what you say. Visceral yell. And we'll see you Monday at the Rose Bowl, 5 o'clock. All right, let's go to the, what do we got, cart cam or aisle cam? Aisle cam, all right. CBI Bank and Trust aisle camera is set up looking at cookies because it's National Cookie Day. I don't know if you knew that or not. Maybe you missed that. December 4th, it says it. It's on the internet. It's got to be true. December 4th is National Cookie Day, so a great shot with a variety of cookies in there, from the cutout cookies to everything. I mean, I don't even know how you can have the brownie cookie is essentially a circular brownie, but they call it a cookie, so whatever. I mean, listen, you can come into Hy-Vee, you can have whatever kind of cookies you want. They bake them all the time. December 4th is also National Snow Day? I guess National Snow Day, Dice Day, and Package Protection Day. So have you ordered stuff online? Has it shown up? Hopefully nobody's going around stealing stuff off front porches. That's like the lamest thing that you could do, is steal off people's porches. And most people now have those doorbell cameras. Those are kind of cool. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good business to be in, stealing. Not that it ever was, but now more than ever, I'm not advocating people steal. I'm not capping about that. I'm telling all of the truth, yo. And hey, listen, Steve has our buddy Alfie, the Hy-Vee elf on the shelf that we've got to hide for only 20 more days. So that's a thing that we're doing. So Steve is going to take Alfie towards wine and spirits because Alfie was saying that he could go for a 6-pack of Jingle Java. That's what Alfie told me, and I believe him. So, he's going to head that way, and Steve's behind the wheel of the Toyota Muscatine car cam, and it's kind of just like a straight shot. Yeah, so Steve's going across the front of the house. Sherry Sywasink probably just smuggling cookies at register 11 since she asked customers. She's the only person that could work at the store and harass customers, 1, and then 2, ask them for things that they're buying. Like, hey, you going to give me one of those Scotcheroos? Brandon, you know this.
Yeah, I know for sure. She gives me crap all the time when I'm in here. There's not a day I don't come in here. If she's not in here and don't give me crap, yeah, we have problems then. We know she's sick.
Right. She's always here. All right, so here goes Alfie. Going to take a right and then a left just past like the pharmacy, and we'll put him. And again, the thing is, if you find, and before you guys go back to school, you could go take a selfie with Alfie, share it on social media. You have a chance to win a $100 Hy-Vee gift card. So, selfie with Alfie, straight capping. Didn't use it the right way there because capping, we learned today, means lying. In the new lingo, everybody. So so if you find Alfie, the Hy-Vee elf on the shelf, and you take a picture with him, post it on social media, oh my gosh, there was almost an accident. Holy smokes, we almost had to call the Abra Body Shop, Steve. Woo, that gave me some anxiety. All right, Steve, so to your right are the holiday 6-packs, Jingle Java being one that's made at Bent River Brewing in the Quad Cities, and that's where Steve's going to position Alfie for the day, hanging out with. And I like that I'm just pawning hiding the elf onto Steve, so then I don't have to worry about it. It's a pretty good deal for me. It works out well. So Alfie's going to be set up right across. Again, we're looking at some wine, but right across from there, that's where Steve is positioning Alfie with those 6-packs. And by the way, if you like the Jingle Javas or the Exile, all that beer is made in Iowa, and it's $6.99. That's a great price. And think local, drink local, right? So check that out. If you guys have to go to class, you can go. You don't have to stay. I just don't want you to feel like you have to stay because I don't want you to be later. And they're like, where were you? We were at a talk show in a grocery store. Oh, y'all capping. There's no grocery store talk show. No, there is. Principal, whatever his name is, I forgot. There is. What is the principal's name again? Oh, Terry Hoganson. Yes, of course. Good guy. All right, so Alfie will be there somewhere. You got to find him, take that selfie, and then use the hashtag. It's all on the card that Steve has with Alfie. He'll get him into position, so you can check that out. All right, a couple of things I want to mention before we get out of here today. Again, those hot deals that start today, you can find them on the front page of the Hy-Vee ad inside the Discover Muscatine newspaper in your mailbox today or tomorrow. Hopefully you got it yesterday, maybe you get it today. Check that out. Come into the store and buy them all, right? So items in the produce department, meat department, frozen department. Great selection to choose from. You got to have bacon. Thank you, guys. Great job. You got to have bacon. The Lots of Matza pizza is super good. I mean, it's a frozen pizza, but it doesn't taste like a frozen pizza. And no offense to other frozen pizzas, but that's definitely a better one, right? It's a better frozen pizza. We should have a better frozen pizza. Scotch 101 is tonight, so we are going to pick the winner. We're giving away one of these tickets for Scotch 101. Several people got in on that giveaway on Facebook. We'll pick that person, and then I would say at this point, you just should maybe call the store, 563-264-2420, see if there's any tickets left. I think there's like maybe 3 or 5 left for tonight, 5:30 in the club room here at Hy-Vee. Scotch sampling education featuring the legendary Glen Morangi Scotch. I mean, you're going to get to try a bottle of Scotch that's 18 years old, I think. Like, that's really cool. Doesn't happen that often. And then next Friday, they're doing a champagne tasting. So Friday the 13th, champagne tasting. We'll get you more details on that, and we'll talk to our pal Seth Francis next week on the show. What else? We've got and I should have grabbed one of these, but the red Hy-Vee reusable bags that say, does this make my heart look big? And I guess, Steve, if you're listening, Steve, as you head back towards the Market Grill, if you want to grab one of those red bags near the floral entrance where they're on display, the bags are $2.50, and for the month of December, when you buy a bag, $1 gets donated to Senior Resources. So every single month, the local organization will change. So in November, it was MCSA. For December, it's Senior Resources. And then I can't remember for sure. I think January is maybe Crossroads, but I'll check that out. So $1 from every bag. So if you do the math, I mean, you love reusable bags. You buy 5 of them. That's $5 going to Senior Resources. And of course, the goal is to contribute a nice amount to the folks at Senior Resources and the different charities that will change every single month. So look for those red bags on display and help out Senior Resources. And please, speaking of helping out, if you're able to buy a new unwrapped toy from a place like Hy-Vee where we have toys, and if maybe you come to Hy-Vee, you get some toys here, I can say you can stop by Farm and Fleet because they have a cool matching program that they're doing. Bring them to the Hawkeye Hauler truck. Toy Time is going on this week, helping out the Salvation Army. There's over 1,000 people that have signed up for Christmas assistance this year. So on December 16th at Calvary Church, everybody that's signed up for Christmas assistance will show up there to receive and select toys for their kids, some food. It's a good thing. Making a difference. Everything stays local. I'm not against programs like Toys for Tots, but those toys go to the Quad Cities and then come back. And that's fine, but with Toy Time, you buy something, it goes on the truck, and then it goes home with somebody that needs it. So if you're going to donate and you can make a difference locally, I hope that you would consider Toy Time going on now through Friday. People like Viola Werner and her friends that have these fundraisers, I mean, they've donated how many bicycles over the years? I don't know. Probably over 1,000 or 2,000 bikes. It's probably more than that. I don't know. Viola, I'm sorry. I mean, I know it's a lot. And, people have picked up the cause and gotten behind it, and it's just great. And I hope that you'll consider helping out next week, freezing for food here in the Hy-Vee lot, looking for non-perishable food items. And please check that out. If you don't want to cook dinner tonight, we've got pasta night back at the store, 5 to 7. Build your own pasta. Jesse with our Italian department. I mean, you literally walk up and he makes it right there on the spot. You can go through the salad bar, unlimited breadsticks, $7.99. That's a great deal. Every Wednesday in December, he's doing it except for Christmas because Christmas is on a Wednesday this year. So keep that in mind. So you've got tonight, the 4th, the 11th, and the 18th, if I do my math right on that. 5 till 7 pasta night here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee. Santa and Mrs. Claus are coming back to the store Saturday, 10 till noon. So if you're thinking it's too early, listen, we had Santa and Mrs. Claus on November 23rd, and they took pictures with over 70 kids. So it's not too early. And they'll be back in the store this Saturday, 10 till noon. Come out and see Santa and Mrs. Claus. They'll be back next Saturday, December 14th from 9 to 11 in here inside the Market Grill Express for breakfast with Santa. And then their last appearance in the store Sunday, December 22nd. So just keep that in mind. As far as opportunities, if you're trying to get a picture with Santa for your kids, there's no cost associated with when they're here, even with the breakfast. You want to come in and have breakfast, that's fine. You want to come in and grab a picture, whatever you want to do, we're good to go. And then Elsa and Anna from Frozen will be here on Saturday, December 21st, 9 to 11. I don't know what I can call it without getting sued, so maybe it's just a chili breakfast or ice cold breakfast or character breakfast or not frozen, don't sue me Disney breakfast or people in costumes looking like characters breakfast, or maybe it's just called the Frozen breakfast. I don't know. I feel like the movie's made $1 billion. Did they need more money? They don't need more money. Let me call it what I want to call it. What are you going to sue me? They probably would. So Elsa and Anna will be here in the store on the 21st, and hopefully we won't have a cease and desist because I don't like dealing with those. They're not fun. All right. Last thing that I'll say. That's good. Right with the jingle Java. That's good. You want to airdrop that to Chad? Do you know how to do that? Here, I'll do that for you. Steve and I have the same phone. This is marvelous. We'll airdrop this to Chad. This is great. Oh, this is a good picture of our pal, Buddy. Not Buddy. What's his name? Alfie hanging out near some stuff. All right. Hopefully that'll work. We'll make that happen. A little airdrop action from the Steve phone. There we go. Look at that. All right. So is this our pal, Alfie, hanging out? There you go. Look at that. Look at that guy. That's marvelous. There he is. So if you find him, I like Jingle Java. It's made locally in the Quad Cities, Benton River. $6.99 is a great deal. What I try to do is get, because it's only a limited thing. This is a very seasonal beer, holiday stout. You try and you hide a bottle of it or two, and then in the spring or summer you find a Jingle Java, and it's refreshing. It's like putting a sleeve of Girl Scout Thin Mints in the freezer, and you find them in the summer, and you're like, oh, who hid those cookies? Past self, you were thinking of future self. It's not the worst move. All right, last thing I'll say is get the flu shot if you haven't. Pharmacy is ready to go right now at this very moment. It's 9:22. You could go to the pharmacy, get the flu shot, no appointment necessary, 20-cent fuel saver. So if that's your motivation, if you understand that people in Muscatine County have had influenza, or people in Iowa have died from influenza. It's scary. So a simple shot that can help you makes sense to me. I had mine. I hope that you'll do the same thing. And they'll get you taken care of. I mean, it's pretty convenient to be able to just walk in and get the shot and go. And maybe today, and I'm not going to say this because I don't want people to come in. Maybe today you get your flu shot and then you buy some cookies. I was going to say they give you a cookie, but it's National Cookie Day. What do you need? Do you need some of these iced cutout cookies? You know who loves sweets? Hy-Vee store director Matt Schweitzer. So I'm surprised he has, and I say his name, he's like Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times and he shows up. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up to try and get into these because I was hoping you would just pop in and then break the seal, and then it's like, oh, well, if he opened them, I guess I should have 1 or 4. But it didn't happen, so these may actually just go back on the shelf, which is boring. So come celebrate National Cookie Day at Hy-Vee. Thank you to Muscatine Senior Bowling members, Emily Payne, Carter Riley. They're going to Clinton Saturday, back home on Monday. Great talking about bowling. Erica on Facebook said, this is awesome. Glad to see the kids out. Yeah, I agree. I mean, for sure. If you're watching and you've got kids that are involved in a different sport or activity and you feel like they don't get any attention they should, reach out to me, hyveetoday@gmail.com. You can call the store. You can stop by the store. I'm here, most days, Monday through Friday. And I can't assume to know everything that's going on. So I don't want to feel like I'm missing anything. So please, if there's something that your kids are involved with, why not have them on to talk about it? It's great. I learned a lot, and I appreciate that. And Brandon made this happen, and he can attest to how easy it was to just, 2 messages and you're here. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it was painless.
Yeah, it was painless. You say that now. You just wait for the end of the show, the post-show pain fest. All right, so reach out to me, please. Again, I don't want to miss anything. And all these kids, they're busy. They're balancing life, and they should have an opportunity to talk about what they're doing and what they're interested in. And again, today's lesson is that you can use the word capping. You're not lying. No capping. That's the truth, right? So who would have known? Did you know the capping thing?
I had no clue what that was.
Right, so we both learned a little bit today on the show, friends. All right, so thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing. We'll see you tomorrow. I think our friend Kelly with Senior Resources is here tomorrow, the new Meals on Wheels coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. Week's kind of going by quick. I don't know about for y'all. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow would be Thursday. 2 shows left, Thursday, Friday. And we hope that you'll tune in live at 8:30 on Facebook, YouTube, and Channel 5 Cable, or weeknights at 7:30 and 10:30 on MPW Cable. Listen, good time of the year to help out. Toy Time going on, 19th annual 2 Weeks of Love for the Salvation Army. They need bell ringers. I'll just say that as we close. Register to ring.com. All the money stays locally to help out, and I hope that you'll do that. I just saw this morning online that places like the MCSA Mental Health Drop-In Center, somebody has the loudest phone ringing, MCSA Mental Health Drop-In Center could use some different things. So there's a lot of opportunities to give. The need is great in different capacities. And if this is the time of year that compels you to be the difference, make the difference, I would encourage you to do that. So many great people ringing the bell here at Hy-Vee yesterday for the Salvation Army. It's as easy as going to registertoring.com. If you don't have the internet, you're watching this on cable, you can call the Salvation Army. They'll get you taken care of and get you on a schedule to ring a bell, because they need all the money that they can get to help serve people across Muscatine County. So thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 right here on the Hy-Vee Today Show. Take care.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah, man.
This Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.